On May 3rd, 2021, an alleged victim was spending time with her boyfriend. She left, and when she returned, her boyfriend was gone. She tracked his phone to an address, which she learned was the address of his ex-girlfriend. The victim allegedly confronted a woman who approached with a kitchen knife and said, "I'm going to stab you." Court documents state that the woman swung the knife at the other woman 3 to 4 times, stabbing her in the arm on the last swing. The woman who was stabbed told police she was looking for her boyfriend and went to the home of the victim believing he might be there. What you're about to watch is the interview between the police and the victim.
Hello, Miss Montoya?
Yeah.
I'm Detective Bardwell. I'm with the Las Cruces Police Department.
Okay.
I was looking to speak to you in regards to what happened earlier. I know you spoke to a couple of people already.
Yeah.
But I do want to speak to you in regards to what happened. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, if you can tell me when this all started, if you need to back up from earlier today, by all means go ahead, but if you can start with the time and date.
He was in the, okay, so we have a garage, and he was in the garage, and
Who's we?
me and Juan. And he was in the garage, and I went to go check the garage, and he was gone, and I'm like, what the heck? Like,
Who is Juan to you?
he's my boyfriend. Yeah.
How long have you guys been dating?
4.5 years. And I tried calling him, and and he wouldn't answer me. Yes, ma'am. And he wouldn't answer me, so I'm like, what the heck? So then I checked his location, and it showed me the address, and I'm like, what the heck? So then I cruised by there, and I didn't see anything, and then I was like, I don't know who's, I honestly didn't know whose house it was. And so then I called one of my friends, like...
How did you know he was... Where did you go first where you found him?
Well, I cruised by that house where the location was at.
Yeah,
but I didn't know it was that specific house because it didn't show me. It just showed like a little dot.
Yeah, tell me that location.
To Brandy's house. I don't know the address. It's right there in Idaho.
There you go, Idaho.
Yeah.
And what else? Do you know another
The
street?
crossing street is right off of Idaho, in the corner of Idaho and Trelease.
All right.
And then I called a mutual friend that knows both her and I, because word of mouth has been for a couple of months that he's been going over to her house. And I've been asking him, and his thing is always, no, whenever we get into arguments, whenever I leave and I go to a friend's house, whatever. So here I am, like, oh, okay, like thinking, I'll believe him. So I called one of my mutual friends, and I was like, hey, I got a question for you. I was like, does so-and-so live by them? She's like, yeah, why? And I told her, so she was just like, yeah, that's where she's at. That's where she lives. And I was like, okay. So then I went knocking, and I just said, I was like, knocking, no answer. And then as I was leaving, I saw her come out to go to her car, so I parked again, so I was already in drive. I parked again, and I was like, just let me know if it's here, She's like, leave before I stab you. And I was like, what? Like, I thought she was just talking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Like, she's like, leave before I stab you. And she came at me like 4 or 5 times with a knife. And I looked at her like, you gotta be crazy. I said, I just want to know. Like, I want that peace of mind. I told her, I said, I want to know. That way it can be done. Like, because she's actually his ex from 4.5 years ago. So I was just like, I just want to know. And she came at me, and the last time she came at me, she got me. And I just looked at her, and I was like, really? And I took off, and my phone was on the charger inside the car, but I guess it wasn't charging. So I couldn't call nobody. My friend that was with me, her phone was dead too. We couldn't call anybody, so I drove down off of Colorado, where my mom lives. And I knocked on her door, and I was like, Mom, I need your help. And she goes, what happened? And I told her what had happened, and my mom, she's really protective. She's like, oh, hell no, she went off. But I was like, I need a phone, I need to call the cops. And so she got in the car with me, and that's when I got a hold of, I was driving back to where the thing was to see the address, and the cops were already there, and I was already on the phone with the dispatcher. And they told me, like, well, we have officers there, where are you in? They were asking me what I was in, and I was letting them know.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Do you mind if I just video record that real quick? Can you put your finger next to it just for size comparison? There we go. What's her relationship to you?
She's really nothing. She's just his ex.
Okay. And the reason why I asked is because we're obviously doing an investigation in regards to what happened. That's why I'm speaking to you. getting your statement. And what I would like to do at this point is I would like to go over everything you said. And if I say that anything that's incorrect, I want you to correct me.
And
Okay?
then she was like, okay, so this happened. Okay, 4.5 years ago, when we met, he told me that he was completely done with her. I remember her making issues for both him and I. Then last I heard that she lived in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And then I heard, actually I didn't even hear. So one day, I was at work, I work at Walmart. How she found out where I worked, I don't know. So one day I was at work and I was blowing up balloons. And then I just heard, hey, Mona, because my middle name is Mona. She goes, hey, Mona, can I talk to you? And I turned around and I looked at her and I was like, what? And then she's like, can I talk to you real quick? And I was like, what the heck? So I at first I didn't recognize her because it had been so long. And then she goes, it's me.
Can you describe her?
Huh?
Can you describe
She's
her?
maybe like 5'5". Right now, like when she was in altercation with me, I think she was wearing I think she wears wigs. So she was wearing like a
This
black
is today?
Yeah, a black wig, and she had a white shirt and some shorts. So
White shirt, black shorts?
jean shorts. So then I turned around and I was like, what's up? And she's like, hey, I just want to let you know that I moved back into town and I guess Juan found out and through a friend, and I just want to let you know because I'm not like that, I'm married, and I was just like, okay, well, what does that have to do with me? Like, if he hasn't bothered you, why are you coming to my work? So then I went home and I asked him, he goes, what? He goes, I didn't even know she was in town. He goes, that's stupid. And I was like, well, I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, I don't want issues at work. That's my place of work. And he's like, no, I don't know what the heck they're talking about, whatever. And then maybe like a week, 2 weeks later, she comes back and she say, hey, I just want to let you know, he somehow got my number from somebody and he's been texting me and I want you to tell him to leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, like.
Well, I'm going to speak about what happened today,
Okay.
okay? I mean, you're building a foundation, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm here to find out what happened today's incident. So I'm going to go over what you said, okay? And if I say anything that's incorrect, correct me. I'm going to ask some clarifying questions. So you say me and Juan, who's your boyfriend of 4.5 years, you guys were in the garage. Where do you live? So you went out, checked to see he was there. He was gone. You called about how many times?
About 5 or 6 times.
No answer.
No.
So you check his location through your phone, I'm assuming. You see that he's in the area of Idaho and Travis. You drive by. It's not ringing a bell. And then that's when you start calling around. Call a friend. She kind of gives you an idea that... Brandy, do you know her last name?
If she's married, like she says she is, her last name is Romero. If she's not, her last name would be Martinez. That's the last one that I know when, about 4.5 years ago, when all this other stuff was going on.
Okay, so you go and you knock on the door, and there's originally no answer.
Yeah.
But later in the statement, you said that you were in the company of somebody else. Who did you go to?
With my friend Miranda.
Okay. Does Miranda stay in the car, or is she with you at the door?
She stays in the car.
Okay. So you're at the door by yourself, no answer. And then as you're driving off, you said that you look back and you see her going to her vehicle?
Yeah.
Her meaning Brandy, right?
Yes.
So you park the vehicle, do you reverse, or do you just get out and then you confront
I
her?
just parked it. I was in reverse to go on to Idaho to get to Travis, and then I saw her, so I just kind of just kicked it and and park. And I opened the door, and then I was just like, so what's up? I was like, just let me know if he's here, let me know if he's here. And she thought, back, I'm gonna stab you. And I was like, I just want to know if he's here. Like, that's all. Like, I just want to know if he's here for a peace of mind for myself. Because like the word of mouth has been going on with him being there. I just don't want him to be going to somebody else's house and coming back home to me.
Right.
Because I've had that in the past where I had a man in my life and then he ended up giving me, diseases and stuff, and I don't need that for my own self.
So you confront her, you just say, let me know if he's here. At that time she says...
she told me, she goes, back up or I'm going to stab you. And I looked at her like she was insane. Like, and even my friend was, because at that time she got off too, because she didn't want to, and even my friend was like, why would she, what the heck are you talking about? Like, why would she get so defensive in that way if it wasn't the truth.
So I'm gonna, as you know, I'll know, eventually I'm gonna speak with her. At any time, did you come at her in an aggressive manner, yelling, screaming, cussing?
No, I just said I just want to know if he's here. Like I just let me know.
And the only reason I'm asking you because I can only imagine what she may say.
Oh, yeah.
Did you raise your hand? Did you swing at her? Did
No.
you anything? Is okay. So you said that she came at you and swung at you originally about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, with the knife in her hand, in her right hand.
How did this make you feel?
It, like, I looked at her like she was crazy. Like at the moment, I looked at her like, what the heck are you thinking? Like, I just want to know. Like, I'm not coming at you in any ugly way. Like I told her too. Like I was
Hold
like,
up, you need to answer my question. When you see the knife and she's swinging at you 4 to 5 times, how is that making you feel?
I kind of felt like scared, but then it kind of felt like I don't think she's really gonna do it. I don't think she's this crazy to do something. Like
What were you
this.
scared of? I'm gonna ask a bunch of silly questions.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
And I have to.
I was just scared of where she was gonna get me at. I don't know where, like, what part of my body she was aiming for, or where she was aiming for. Oh my god, I was gonna go home to my kids.
What? Can you describe this knife to me?
It was like a little kitchen knife. It had a black tip and then, like the black handle and like a silver tip. It was to me it looked like a kitchen knife.
Okay. So she does this. She does this 4 or 5 times. About how far are you when she's swinging it 4 or 5 times?
We're about like a little bit further from each other. So I'm like right here and she's probably like where the blue thing's at.
Since I'm able to video record this, I'm gonna extend your arm. And I'm extending my arm, so we're almost touching, right?
Yeah.
So do I need to back up or come closer?
I'll back up a little bit. Like
You tell
right
me
there.
when. Okay.
Yeah.
So right here, she's standing at this point. When you say that she's swinging it, is she swinging it in this motion, like sideways,
she's
or is
going
she
like this.
so overhand?
Yeah.
Over her head, and she's swinging at you.
Yeah.
You said that at first you're scared because you were wondering where she's gonna tag you at. Are you in fear for your life and safety?
No.
So eventually she ends up getting you, which we already discussed. Does she say anything afterwards?
No. She just
What did she say during? Other than
she just kept telling me, she's like, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna stab you, and I was just like, I just looked like I was so in the moment, like I just kept telling her, just let me know, like just let me know. And she just kept, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna stab you, and then after she did that, she walked inside. And I was just like, okay, let's get in the car. I tried to call the cops from my cell phone's dead. I had it in the car charging, but I don't know if the charger wasn't working or if it was output or whatever.
and your friend had a phone, but
She
that
had a
was
phone
dead.
that was dead.
Okay.
Because we both have iPhones, so I had asked her for her iPhone charger, and she was like, yeah. And then she asked me what percent. Before all this, she asked me, well, what percentage do you want? And I was like, I'm like at 3. She's like, oh shoot, So then I was like, I don't know what to do. The closest place was my mom's house, so I drove down to my mom's off of Colorado. And I knocked on her door, and I'm bleeding. And I tell her, like, I need your help, I need your phone, I need to call the cops. She said, what happened to you, I was like, I'll tell you later, I need a phone. So she jumps in the car with me, gives me her phone, and I'm on the phone with officers. I pulled up, I tried to go get the address, but the dispatcher told me, she goes, officers are already there at that address. Where are you parked? I said, well, I parked at the apartments across the street, and I'm in this car. And they were like, oh, okay, well.
Let me ask you some more questions about Brandy. You said that she's either Romero Martinez. She's about 5'5", about approximate weight.
I say about 130, 140.
130. You said black wig. Does she have any scars, marks, tattoos, anything to make her stand
I
out?
saw a lot of tattoos on her legs. From what I saw with her shorts.
Okay. So we're obviously conducting an investigation. In the case that we see that there was a crime that fits all that took place, are you willing to pursue charges?
Yeah, because, offer.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my card, okay? We're going to proceed with this investigation. I have your number is 642-6909.
Yeah.
So there's my card. If you don't hear from me, because it sounds like the night's going to be pretty busy, just call me, leave me a voicemail, I'll give you a status on the case. If something...
The suspect, Brandy, is charged with 1/3 degree felony count of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a misdemeanor count of resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer.